What's up guys, Shane Starnes here, and more people are deciding to cut the cord, getting rid of cable altogether. In order to do that, you're gonna need a really good Android TV box. There are so many options out there. You can pay up to $200 for an Android TV box, but you don't have to. Today we're gonna be taking a look at the A95X F3 Air 2. This is a high quality Android TV streaming box that you can pick up at Banggood. Big shout outs to Banggood for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we'll go ahead and take a look and see what all comes in the box. All right, so right off the bat here we have the TV streaming box itself. I like the fact that it is pretty compact. I think this is gonna fit in anywhere in your entertainment system. We'll set this to the side for now, nice and lightweight and super compact. All right, it looks like we have a power adapter. It does come with an HDMI cable. That's a nice touch. You're not gonna have to go out and buy an HDMI cable separately. And then it comes with a remote. It looks like the remote takes a couple of AAA batteries, which did not come with the TV box. And then you do have a user manual. We're gonna go ahead and take a closer look at the TV streaming box itself. This is the A95X F3 Air 2, and it's got a pretty solid plastic build. It feels like it's gonna be super durable. If you look at the top here, it does have an RGB light system here. On the front, it has an LED display. This is going to give you information like your time. On the side here, we've got two USB 2.0 and a TF card reader. On the back here, we have audio video cable input, optical audio input. You do have a LAN port so that you can connect to this with Ethernet to your network. And then you do have an HDMI port and your DC 5-volt power port. On the bottom here, we have some rubber feet so that it doesn't slide around. And we have a little bit of ventilation. All right, next up, we'll take a look at the remote. The remote seems pretty simple and basic here. We've got a power button to turn the box on and off. You've got a menu button, a home button. You have a directional pad with an OK or select button in the center. There's a big back button, and you have volume up and down. And then it looks like you have an option here for a mouse. Sometimes it's easier to point and click with the Android TV user interface, so you do have that option here as well. Whenever you're looking for an Android TV box, if you want it to last, you really should pay attention to the specifications. This one has an Amlogic S905W2 as the processor, which means it should be plenty snappy and fast, and that processor should be able to hold up over several years, and also has 4 GB of RAM. So when it comes to an Android TV box, you really need a good bit of RAM. That way it can hold open applications in the background, and you don't have to wait for applications to load forever because it actually has a good amount of RAM. This also has 64 GB of onboard storage, so you're gonna be able to install all of the popular streaming apps and still have plenty of space left over. Another key feature of the A95X is that it does support Av1 Video Format. This is the newer generation code which transmits higher picture quality under the same network, even higher quality than H.265, which is what we've been accustomed to over the past several years. Let's go ahead and get this plugged into a display and see what this thing is capable of. My first impression after plugging this up, this looks really sharp with the LED display on the front and the RGB lighting up top. I haven't seen those extra bonus features on any other smart TV device. So I love the fact this is gonna look really good sitting in your entertainment system. I also think the UI looks pretty sharp here. It's definitely user-friendly. I know exactly where everything is. I've got my app section, I've got my collections here, so anything that I want to be able to get to quickly, I can set that up as part of my collection. I've got all of my apps that are installed, easy to get to here. And then if I jump down here, I can also get to my apps there. I can set up my network settings here, and then I have easy access to my overall settings for the device. And as you guys can see, this is super snappy and fluid. Let's jump into settings really quick and look around. Another thing that's kind of important to me personally, if I go into the device preferences and I go down to storage, how much does the user interface and pre-installed applications take up? I've got 64 GB of total space, and it looks like only like 1 GB out of the 64 GB are being used. That means I'm gonna be able to install all the applications that I would personally use on this device. So I love the fact that it's not bloated down with useless applications. Another thing I wanted to point out really quick, it does have this color LED setting. So earlier I showed you guys the RGB light on top of the box. So if that's something that you're interested in controlling, let's see, I'll try to get a bigger frame here so you can see. If we launch this application here, there are several different modes for the RGB setting here. So you guys can see there's different colors. So depending on what kind of decorations or motif you got going on, you can change the mode of the RGB lights. With this being an Android TV device that runs Android 11, you do have access to the Play Store. It does also have this TV store, which I noticed, that has tons of streaming applications, pretty much anything that you would need, like YouTube, Netflix, Crackle, History Channel. All of these streaming applications here are easy to access, and it basically has all the applications that are designed for Android TV. I also noticed that it does have this live section, so there are a few different options here for streaming local channels and things like that. I also wanted to make mention here that this is powerful enough to run a Plex server. So I do have a Plex server at my house. This is how I watch all of my personal content that I have in my collection. So if I wanted to watch, let's see here, I'll go ahead and launch my Ewok Adventures. All right, so now I'm watching my Ewok Adventures from my personal collection on my Plex streamer. So if you've got a collection of DVDs or whatever, you can set up a Plex streamer and run it on this Android TV device. So I noticed that this is able to launch applications pretty quickly, and I haven't noticed any lag or slowdowns at all. Everything seems to launch pretty fast. Another thing I wanted to mention here, this does have Miracast, so you're going to be able to cast video from your phone or your laptop or whatever directly to the TV box, so that's another great feature. Overall, I think this is a great option at the price point. It is under $50. I'll be sure to include a link in the description of where you can pick up the A95X. Big shout outs to Banggood for sponsoring this video. That about wraps it up. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I will see you in the next one.